So I went scouring around and following up on that ping of death situation. I find it interesting what I found because here I have a bunch of files that I found when browsing around. I don't know, places that I may or may not should have been. But when you've got admin permissions, you can see a lot of things in the Office 365 backend that makes things really interesting. And a part of that is being able to browse through OneDrives. And so, of course, this was a very targeted, like, I'm going through here and and checking these things. So that's all this is. I went through the two students involved. One of them had an batch file in there, but it was completely empty. So this is the other one, the main kind of like head honcho of the whole thing. And when going through this, I was kind of like dumbfounded, like, what's going on here? Because I'm literally sitting here looking at it like, okay, we've got some RDP files and then a bunch of batch scripts. So if we go up here, we can see DDoS attack.bat. And it's literally just a shutdown loop. Oh, if we go and open up Microsoft's documentation on shutdown, let's see, does this one have what we're looking for? Yes. Okay, so we can see a -S and a -T, unless he's using the Linux one, which it looks like he might be trying to do that. But, so, yeah, literally Microsoft's has nothing in here. So, S shuts down the computer. Okay, there's the T, timeout period. So, I think what is going on is this might be trying to do PowerShell stuff, but standard command prompt uses the / for it. So, you've got the timeout period before it occurs in seconds typically, yes? Yeah. So it's 100 seconds, so it's going to be like a minute and a half. We're going to find a trend here. You see the same thing, DDoS attack.txt. So it's after half a minute that it goes off, and then it loops again. I am really dumbfounded at this, because it's like I expected something like with ping or what have you, and all I got was a shutdown script. Literally, like, over and over and over again. Like, the kid figured out how to do loops and found a shutdown thing, and that's it. And then, let's see, run as invoker, start Windows System 32 CMD. Like, okay, so this is probably the more sophisticated one out of all of them. Now, I don't see the use in looping a shutdown command, unless, of course, you are setting this script in as something that's going to run at startup. And given the situation with the way some of those computers are, I don't think they've really got much of, like, deep freeze or things like that to keep stuff out of the startup script. But I would imagine that putting things in startup or auto start would have to be a admin thing. And due to some of the other programs that are necessary on these systems, command prompt is necessary to open up, but this would be prevented more than likely merely by making sure that the command prompt is locked on student accounts. So that would prevent this shutdown script from running at all. And beyond that, the student didn't even like add an @echo off up here. So we can go and @echo off, and it wouldn't even put, because what's going to happen is it's going to print these lines to the screen if you don't have that echo off line in there. It's like, okay. So now it's just that little bit more sophisticated. It doesn't print anything to the screen. But this was like really basic. You can see what's going on, and most of the time you want to hide things. So the student here in this situation has clearly not figured out how to hide what is being printed to the screen. And what I would assume, in my best guess, is these DDoS attack files are supposed to be payloads, I guess, but it's really not a distributed denial of service attack. It's more of just a denial of service attack because it's shutting it down over and over. Let's actually check man shut down, because I'm pretty sure. Where is it? What other pages do we have here? Illegal option? No kidding. Yeah, see, no, we don't even have that on Linux. So yeah, this is clearly targeted to Windows. And I don't know why the dash is in there for the arguments, but okay, whatever. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think, but it's still kind of like dumb because you're trying to DDoS by repeatedly shutting it down. But it doesn't exactly work that way, because it's going to shut down once and resend a shutdown command, so it's quite possible that the system may cancel the last shutdown depending on how shutdown is set up. So, I mean, the kid is smart, but at the same time not. So I don't know what to tell you. This kid had like a bunch of other stuff on his system, like I mentioned, that were probably in essence grandfathered in. And it just kind of disappoints me. I expected to find more, but I just found out that like he's just kind of like, just, I guess, really dumb and just needs to sit down to say, hey, dude, 1, you did this wrong. 2, what you're trying to do is extremely illegal, and you can get sent to jail for trying to do that. So yeah, otherwise it's digging in to see what else he has, because this could be not everything that is on the system, but most of that stuff should be restricted to admins only. So it was kind of a letdown. It's just a bunch of shutdown scripts that I found, and like one like invoking CMD to get it to pop up. If you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description. Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.